I came home to find my daughter barely breathing. The sound was wrong. When I opened the front door, I expected the usual chaos. My daughter's laughter, toys scattered across the floor, the faint hum of cartoons from the living room. Instead, there was silence. Heavy, unnatural silence. I found her on the floor, my little girl, 3 years old. Her lips pale, her chest rising in shallow, broken breaths, like the air itself was too heavy for her lungs. "Breathe," I whispered, dropping to my knees. "Please." Behind me, a voice cut through the panic, cold, mocking. "Useless child. I hope she dies." I froze. My wife's voice. Not frantic, not worried, indifferent, almost gleeful. My hands trembled as I lifted my daughter, cradling her against me. Her head fell limp against my chest. The room tilted, my pulse thundered in my ears. At the hospital, the doctor's expression shifted when he saw her condition. He looked at me, eyes sharpened, voice low. "Sir, you need to call the police, now." I didn't answer, not yet. My silence was heavier than any scream. Because I already knew something was broken in this house. I just hadn't wanted to see it. Until now. On the surface, I moved like a machine, calm, efficient, paperwork signed, insurance cards handed over, a father doing what he must. Inside, my mind twisted into knots. My wife, the woman I once believed I knew. I remembered her smile the first time she held our daughter, the way she whispered promises into her tiny ears. Yet tonight, she mocked her breath, wished her gone. It didn't add up. Unless, my thoughts circled back to the night she stayed out late at work, the way she avoided touching our daughter, how she spoke to me with rehearsed affection but never looked me in the eyes. Infidelity had crossed my mind before, a shadow I dismissed. But this wasn't just distance, it was hostility, contempt. I began to wonder if the betrayal ran deeper than an affair. Was this child, the one gasping for air in a hospital bed, mine? The question ripped through me like glass. I kept my face blank. I could not afford to show my hand. She was clever, manipulative. If she sensed my suspicion, she would bury the truth deeper. So I smiled when I called her from the hospital, told her our daughter was stable, that the doctors were running tests. Her voice was sharp, annoyed at the inconvenience. Not once did she ask if our daughter was okay. That was when the seed of certainty began to take root. I moved in shadows. A toothbrush, carefully sealed in a plastic bag. A strand of hair from a comb. A swab taken when no one was looking. My daughter's DNA collected quietly, methodically. The hardest part was acting normal. Sitting at the dinner table, watching my wife eat, listening to her talk about mundane things, while my mind dissected every word. She laughed at her phone late at night, messages she never let me see. She turned it face down on the table, always guarded. I began checking bills, call logs, receipts. Piece by piece, a puzzle took shape. Hotel rooms charged on weekdays, numbers saved without names. Still, I said nothing. My silence was my weapon. Every night I walked past my daughter's room and watched her sleep. Her chest rose steady again now. The hospital had stabilized her. But doubt poisoned the sight. Was she mine, or the product of someone else's deception? The DNA results came back after 2 weeks. The envelope lay heavy in my hand. I didn't open it right away. I studied it, felt its weight, knew the truth was inside, waiting to unmake me. I placed it on my desk, untouched. Sometimes, power is knowing you hold the answer, but choosing the moment to use it. So I waited, watched her, let her lies pile higher, until the day came when silence could serve me no longer. It was raining when I opened the envelope. The words were clinical, cold, but they cut like knives. Probability of paternity, 0.00%. Not mine. My daughter, my blood, my heart, and yet not biologically mine. I sat with it. No screaming, no collapse, just stillness. That night, I placed the report on the dining table. When she walked in, I said nothing. I only slid the papers across the wood. Her eyes scanned the page. I watched the blood drain from her face. Her lips parted, but no words came. "Who?" I asked, my voice steady. Her hands shook. She stammered, tried to deny, tried to weave another lie. But she saw it in my eyes. I already knew. And in that silence, the balance of power shifted forever. I did not shout. I did not throw things. I let her drown in her own panic. "I loved her," I said finally, nodding toward the empty hallway where our daughter's toys lay scattered. Every sleepless night, every step, every breath, she was mine because I chose her, not because of you. She tried to reach for me. I leaned back. "You wished her dead," I continued, "mocked her when she couldn't breathe. Do you think I'll ever forget that?" Her tears fell, but they meant nothing. They were survival, not sorrow. I pulled my phone from my pocket, played the recording. Her voice, sharp, cruel. "Useless child, I hope she dies." Her knees buckled. "That," I said, calm as ice, "is what the police will hear, along with every bill, every record, every lie." She whispered my name like a plea, but I was already standing, already walking away. The police would handle her now. The courts, the system. She would lose everything, her reputation, her control, her carefully woven mask. I did not need to watch it unravel. I had already won. In the quiet of my daughter's room, I sat beside her bed, watched her chest rise and fall. Her tiny hand twitched in sleep, reaching unconsciously for comfort. I gave her mine, not because of DNA, not because of blood, but because betrayal doesn't get to define love. My wife lost both of us the moment she wished our child dead. As for me, I gained something sharper than revenge: clarity. And clarity is permanent. I did not bury her with rage. I buried her with truth.